Hello everyone, so we are going to continue the logs for the rest of the fish in the fish prison. Discovered by Dr. Wong. Date 20th of the 9th, 2021. Species 163 Pygocentrius natureri, red piranha. Crime, tax evasion. Notes: multiple documented cases of receipts disappearing from the wallets of personnel within the vicinity of the cell. Species unknown. This has been stricken from the record. 1. Ornithochinus anatinus, platypus. Crime, impersonation. Notes: SCP-6222-1 instance was unidentifiable during initial discovery due to cognitohazardous effect that rendered observers incapable of perceiving said instance as a mammal nor a platypus. Instance was later properly identified via photograph. Species unknown. 3 cetacean entities. Crime, assault, domestic violence. Notes: SCP-6222-1 instances were sapient and capable of telepathic communication. Instances could not perceive nor communicate with observers, instead discussing about various mundane topics in Ionic Greek. Discovered by Dr. Rallison. Date 20th of the 9th, 2021. Species Odontodactylus scilarus. Peacock mantis shrimp. Crime, aggravated assault, possession of an illegal firearm. Notes: SCP-6222-1 instance has their front limbs taped together via what appears to be duct tape. Species 2 Neoclinus blancardi, sarcastic fringehead. Crime, aggravated assault, harassment. Notes: SCP-6222-1 instances are held in 2 separate containers. Instances are heard barking at one another regardless. Discovered by Dr. Kelp. Date 20th of the 9th, 2021. Species 20 Carassius auratus, black moor goldfish. Crime, blackmail. Notes: no female instances were found inside the tank. Discovered by Dr. Ura Fish. Species 1 Machaira nigricans, Atlantic blue marlin. Crime, impersonation. Notes: SCP-6222-1 appears severely deformed. Specimen has extremely elongated pectoral and caudal fins, and a distinct spheroid head with a strange substance resembling fur atop it. Discovered by Dr. Leroy Carlson. Date 20th of the 9th, 2021. Species not applicable, see notes. Crime, trespassing. Notes: cell is occupied by the partial wreckage of a modified Lockheed Model 10 Electra. Species 5 Pagorus benhardus, common hermit crab. Crime, public nudity. Notes: instances are not carrying shells. Species not applicable, see notes. Crime, littering. Notes: cell is very large, roughly 150 meters tall, wide and deep. Most of this volume is occupied by the prisoner, a large chunk of irregularly shaped ice, with a smear of faded red paint along one side. Species unknown, see notes. Crime, vehicular fish slaughter, arson, assault, animal cruelty, destruction of property, breaking and entering, theft, trespassing, stalking, harassment, impersonation, public nudity, disturbing the peace, health code violations, littering, driving without a license. Notes:
Data expunged.
Cognitohazardous and or infohazardous properties suspected. Species 1 Homo sapiens, human. Crime. Attempted impersonation. Notes. Instance resembles musician Paul McCartney, as he appeared circa 1966. It has several bandages wrapped around its head and seems to be comatose. Discovered by senior researcher Levine. Date 21st of the 9th, 2021. Species: for Pygocellus antarctica. Chinstrap penguins. Crime: armed robbery, possession of illegal firearms, terrorism, theft, vandalism, attempted murder, third-degree murder, tax fraud, tax evasion, battery. Notes: subject appears to be sentient, speaks multiple languages. Subjects mostly communicate in English, although they have also been recorded speaking German, French, Russian, Hebrew, Chinese, Japanese, Swahili, and Latin, and are capable of summoning various objects via unknown anomalous means. Recorded objects include a harpoon gun, a grenade, various mints and candies of unknown branding, a bag of Cheetos, an anvil, a flamethrower, a 12-gauge shotgun, and a chinstrap penguin stuffed animal. Subjects are capable of correctly utilising any summoned item underwater, without causing damage to their surroundings, objects, or selves. Subjects frequently attempt to breach containment, although no such attempt had been successful to date. Species: unknown, see notes. Crime: first-degree murder, identity theft, terrorism, treason, attempted genocide, battery. Notes: subject appears to be an automaton resembling a carcharodon, Carcharius, great white shark. On both sides of the object are slats that open up to release a pair of crude arms with fists. The phrase "undercover Salacian pugilist machine" is printed onto the back of the object. Species: Cycrulus marsidus, blobfish. Crime: defamation. Notes: personnel around SCP-6222-1 cell often erupt into shouting fits directed at the anomaly. When questioned about this behaviour, personnel claim that SCP-6222-1 insulted or lied about their character or actions in some way or another, despite any and all evidence that SCP-6222-1 could not have or has not performed such actions. Species: unknown, see notes. Crime: impersonation, identity theft, disruption of public order. Notes: SCP-6222-1 instance appears to be a piece of driftwood, similar in appearance to that photographed in the surgeon's photograph. Species: 1 Homo sapien, human, 20 Pygocentrius naterari, red-bellied piranhas. Crime: infidelity. Notes: human instance appears to be deceased and partially eaten, likely due to the piranhas often feeding on it. A post-it note was found by crime placard, reading, "Now he's really sleeping with the fishes." Species: 1 Amphiprioninae, clownfish. Crime: tomfoolery. Notes: personnel have reported experiencing extreme fits of hysterical laughter upon making visual contact with the subject, or coming within 5 meters of the cell. Species: unknown, see notes. Crime: manslaughter. Notes: subject appears to be a sentient and autonomous rubber duck. The cell's water appears to be contaminated with a high concentrations of soap. Species: unknown, see notes. Crime: first-degree murder, theft, assassination, attempted genocide, and treason. Notes: subject appears to be an unknown aquatic humanoid with turquoise skin and scales, gills, and fins located on the subject's forearms, calves, and back. SCP-6222-1 wears medieval plate armour and wields a longsword, both made from an unknown dark grey metal, and emit a purple glow. The back of the chest plate bears an insignia resembling a purple gauntlet surrounded by flames. Okay, and that is it for part 2. There will be a part 3, which will be the rest of them. Alright, go to my description if you want to see my Twitter and my Patreon. Goodbye.